Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Hello to all participants and editors on the 6th International Conference on Social and Political Sciences ICOSAP 2020. Let me introduce myself and my co-partners. My name is Juan, Malik, Frederick, Turpyn from Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia, and my partners.
And also from Universitas Al-Azhar Indonesia, my name is Muhammad Nasucha.
Okay, and our research title is about democracy in the post-truth era, the public sphere practice in Indonesia President Election 2019. First, we want to tell about introduction, background, and research question. Recently, the practice of public sphere media has existed as the distinguished reality in the post-truth era. It following the ubiquitous including the media around the globe. Every single person in this world access the internet, particularly in Indonesia. We have this data at the APG survey. Many dynamics of political life and society in this era illustrate that emotional attractiveness is more influential in shaping on many public opinion than facts accepts the reality. Also, information on the internet makes it easily accessed by the public because about on the democracy country. Democracy in Indonesia too can be considered running properly.
Based on that background, we formulate a research question to focus our research. What about the practice of public sphere in social media in this post-truth era and in the era before post-truth?
According to the background and research question, we have some literature review that is about post-truth, public space, and democracy. Partial definition, according about the expert, is a situation where the facts actually do not have much influence in shaping public opinion because individual emotion or belief condition more influential.
Related to the post-truth concept, one of the authors, named Rob, introduced the term truthiness has a meaning that is something that is more or less true, although in fact it is not certain or not true at all, by the meaning that every agent can promote own truthness.
And all about definition, public space is a place where we can exchange and discussion about the forum issues like discussion, education culture, politics, law, and many more that exist in this social sphere. And also about the definition about democracy. Democracy is the fundamental of the country that teaching and learn about the freedom. And also to according the strongest of our literary review, how to find our data. We use the paradigm of post-positivism and research and design approach we use is mixed method quantitative social media observation, and then we continue with a qualitative method to get deeply on the social aspects of the public sphere. For centrally data will explained by my co-partners.
Data that will be the evidence of our research collected by online document analysis. There are three parties who participated in the 2019 election contestation. The first one, candidate one, is the Jokowi and partner. The second, Prabowo and the neutral parties, including posting in social media, particularly Instagram, pictures, and verbal, such supporting opinion or comments.
After we use our methods and we find our results, each interplays about supporting opinion and side just based on logic on the evidence. After we observe, we know from the public space from the candidate 1, 2, and neutral position from their supporters. There are lots of topics have a similarity between the three candidates. First, cheating indication, 2, current indication, and there is some personal and sensitive satire into the public comments, and there is topics not related to the presidential election. So many topics in the public space of the comments. After the results and based on data, there is a lot of differences discussion from post-truth era and before the post-truth era. On this era, more people stronger and brave who want to sending more vulgar message and lot of another message. Why this happened? Because Indonesian people had learned and studied more about political situation or even, especially on election on last year. In the context of the discussion from the data, many dynamics happen on reality. The public sphere has a number of meanings and interpretation of public space it is. So the three parties have an important role in the eyes of the public and their supporters have lots of discussion on the purpose. This is the posture as the existing reality in our democracy. These arguments have in the theory of the public sphere.
In addition, we can find that technology also contributes to our public sphere dynamic, in particular in Indonesia, in 2019 electoral presidential. So the conclusion we promote in the end that finally this research found that the practice of public sphere on social media in the post-truth era shows some perspective and the truthness according to each party and agent by promoting each logic and supporting evidence.
Besides that, the existing public sphere in Indonesia is easily insignificant data manner and the post-truth era through following some truths and consequences, differences between from the before post-truth era. We finally at the final slide.
Thank you very much. See you next year. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Wabarakatuh.